All right, we got breaking news coming out of Washington D.C. again, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? HRH here with Florida Land Media Group, and wow, what a day it has been here in the lab. Everything just keeps seems to be flowing in Washington D.C. Now the president's administration they want to get rid of more people. Now they want to get rid of the Fed chair. Oh man, I like Jerome Powell though. Did you see when him and Trump were in that building that was being built, and Trump handed him a sheet? Oh yeah, here are the figures, here are the numbers, and yeah, another 3 billion. The guy's like, what are you talking about? You see how this guy actually stood up to Trump on national television? That's what we need more people to do. And now Trump's upset, and from what we are seeing here coming in from the studio, it looks like they are very pissed off. Why does Trump want to change the Fed chair? What is going on? The people that give him the statistics on the job numbers reports that come out, he didn't like it. So he fired them. He fired the person whose job it is just to give him the data. These people are sick, okay? These people are sick. And I hope Jerome Powell doesn't go anywhere because the president actually does not have any authority whatsoever to fire him. And this guy, Trump, is interesting. Does he not know that he's the one who basically gave the guy the job? I don't know what's going on in Washington. I don't think they do either. I honestly think that this current administration that's in there is a bunch of buffoons and clowns. I just don't understand. Y'all have all this power, but you're not doing anything to help the people. You have the House, the Senate, the courts, the new Gestapo force. I mean, you got all this shit, and people are still just struggling. I mean, they're making it pretty obvious that they only care about the rich and the wealthy. That's obvious. Now let's talk about something else besides, what they're doing with the Fed chair. ICE. Oh my God, what the hell? I mean, let's just call it for what it is. This is a Gestapo force that is meant to hunt down black and brown people. What does ICE remind me of? Slave catchers. How did slave catchers come about? Because white people got mad because their slaves were running away to Florida and other places because they didn't want to live in America and build this country for free and be killed and raped in the process. So we started escaping. And because we did that, the white Southerners came up with something called policing. And what was that intended to do? Go and get those slaves and bring them back, because there was a point in time where the Supreme Court said people that looked like me were a commodity. We were not considered to be people, human. That's what the Supreme Court Justice Taney said in his famous Dred Scott decision. Now, let's fast forward to 2025. ICE is now the biggest federal agency. You can start working with them and make $100,000 a year. Meanwhile, in Florida, teachers barely make over $50,000 a year, if that. Have to pay for all their stuff, including food sometimes for their own students. We were told by Linda McMahon, who, Jesus, how in the hell did she get that job? Oh, we know, money. Linda McMahon, who has never been a teacher, has a degree in French, never taught a day in school in her life, literally got all her money with her husband doing you know what. She's the Secretary of Education, and her job is to just wreck the shit completely. Like literally, she doesn't even know what the hell she's doing. They ask her stuff when she's testifying. She has no idea. Even the Republicans try to save her, but it's just a complete embarrassment. And it just shows once you don't donate a lot of money to these campaigns, if they get elected, you get the papers and the jobs. But Linda McMahon really pissed me off. She got on there talking about, student loans, and no, nothing's free. They always try to blame Biden or Obama. Nothing's free. And, we're going to fix all those people who got those student loans. We're going to the courts trying to figure out how to undo this and undo that. Meanwhile, they're sending out memorandums saying if you're an ICE agent and you sign up, you get your student loans wiped clean. Well, damn, Linda. Sounds like y'all only want to enforce that on certain people in certain areas. This is hypocrisy at its best. If you're black and brown, no, you cannot get your student loans forgiven. You got to pay them back. But if you're white and you join ICE, you can get your student loans forgiven. Or if you Israel, you can get whatever the hell you want. Israel gets free education. We subsidize their military. We pay for Netanyahu to jet set around. This shit has to stop. I mean, when is it going to stop? When are people going to wake the hell up? I mean, just say, what are we doing? It's literally a genocide going on where kids are starving to death. Millions of people are marching in Israel. Israelis are marching, calling for an end to the genocide and the release of all the hostages, just like we have been doing the whole time, calling for a release of all hostages on both sides. I have friends that are Palestinians and I have friends that are Jews, and we all want peace. But you know who doesn't want peace? Benjamin Netanyahu, who, from what I understand, his ancestors are from Poland. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So we can give Israel free this, free that, free everything. But if you are in America, you got to get by and crawl on your knees. If you're a veteran in America, you got to damn near jump through hoops to get help. I mean, it's crazy how they just pour all of our money to other countries and other projects that they deem necessary to national interest. But what about the national interest of the American people? What about the national interest of of what we want? The courts are eroding. Our civil liberties are eroding. We're watching the president of the United States literally go down the same path as Adolf Hitler. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. This is some Nazi shit they got going on. Oh, we don't like the blacks mayors and governors, so we're going to call martial law in those states, and we're going to say that they're so bad and crime ridden that we need to take over. He took over the DC Metro Police for what? So you can install Proud Boys and Klan members there. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And look what they're doing. They're just going around harassing black people. We tried to tell y'all about Project 2025, and most of you chose not to listen when these clowns said, oh, we don't know anything about it. We don't know. They know. It's 46% implemented. They know. And you think once they're done harassing, hurting all the immigrants, they're going to come after people that look like you and me. Bet your money. Look what's happening in DC. Call your local reps, call your state house leaders, your congressional leaders, and tell them enough is enough. This shit's got to stop. America, it's time to wake up.